Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear grade 12 students in Qatar Technical School, hello and welcome back to a new English lesson. Our lesson for today is from your course book, pages 33 and 34, Review Unit B, and this is the second part. In our learning objectives for today, students will be able to use time clauses to combine sentences correctly. Number 2, use conditional sentences type 2 in a correct way. Let's begin now with the first objective, time clauses, and how to use them. When we say time clauses, we mean the following words: after, when, once, as soon as. And as you can see, all the words here refer to time. To use time clauses, we have two rules. Rule number 1, we start with these time clauses words: after, when, once, as soon as, and they should be followed with clause number 1, which should include present simple tense or present perfect tense. Then the second clause should also include the present simple. Let's have a look at the following example. As you can see, to the left side we have the time clauses. Then we have clause number 1 and clause number 2. In clause number 1, the subject is the capsule, while in clause number 2 we have a different subject, which is the parachutes. Now, if I want to join the two sentences, we say, or we choose one of the time clauses words. Let's say, for example, after the capsule, then the verb reaches or has reached, and on the second hand or on the second side, we have the parachutes open up. While rule number 2, we have the following form. Again, we have two clauses. The first clause includes subject plus present simple. The second clause includes the same subject of the first clause plus present simple. In this case, if I want to join the two clauses with a time clause, like for example, after, and because the two subjects in the two clauses are the same, in this case we have to delete the clause or the subject, in the side of the time clause, as you can see in front of you. After, then we deleted the subject. At the same time, we have to change the present simple tense into a gerund verb with ing and complete the sentence. Let's have a look at the following example about rule number 2. Clause number 1, the computer detects a problem. Clause number 2, then it activates the abort system. Here, computer, the subject in clause number 1, is the same as it, the subject in clause number 2. In this case, if I want to combine the two sentences or clauses, it becomes like the following. After detecting a problem, what happened here? That we canceled the word computer and we add ing to the verb detects. Again, after detecting the problem or a problem, comma, the computer activates the abort system. Now, dear students, please move to your course books, page 33, and try to do exercise number 5. In this exercise, you have to rewrite these sentences to give the same meaning, using the word or words in brackets. You have number 1 already made for you as an example, so please follow the example and try to do the same. You can pause the video and come back to check your answers. Let's now begin with number 2. We have to use between brackets as soon as and have, while the sentence is, the explosive bolts detonate and then they break apart. The best answer here is to use as soon as, the explosive bolts have detonated, they break apart, because we have to use have in the sentence. Number two, we have to use the gerund opening. So as you can see, the subject in sentence number one and second part is the same, the drogue and it. Once the drogue parachute has opened, it pulls the main parachute out of the pilot's backpack. The best answer is, after opening, the drogue parachute pulls the main parachute out of the pilot's backpack. In sentence number four, we have to use as soon as and has. Let's read the sentence. When the fuel in the cylinder ignites, the burning gas expands rapidly. In this way, we have to say, as soon as the fuel in the cylinder has ignited, the burning gas expands rapidly. Number five, now we have to use once and has. The sentence is, when the drill bit passes 350 meters, it cuts into oil-bearing rock. So the best choice or answer is, once the drill bit has passed 350 meters, it cuts into oil-bearing rock. And in the last sentence, number six, we have to use the gerund detecting. As you can see, the sensor detects a temperature change, then it, the same subject, then it sends the data to the thermostat. So we join this sentence by saying, after detecting a temperature change, the sensor sends the data to the thermostat. Well done, my dear students. Now let's move to the second objective in our lesson for today, conditional sentences type 2. In this rule, we need two clauses. The first one is called the if clause, which is made of the past simple tense. And the second clause is called the main clause, which includes would plus infinitive. In general, this rule is used for imagined or impossible situations. The rule is if plus a subject plus past simple tense in the if clause side, while in the main clause we need subject plus would plus infinitive. Example, if he studied harder, he would succeed. We can also say Ali would succeed if he studied harder. Conditional sentences can be used with giving advice, like the following. We need the following expression, if I were you. Then in the main clause we use I plus would plus infinitive. Like the example, if I were you, I would drive carefully. Dear students, please now try to check your understanding of the second objective for today, conditional sentences type 2, and write the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Read the sentences carefully, pause the video, try to correct the verb between brackets and come back to check your answers. Let's now begin with number one. If I be you, I would do my assignments. As you can see, this is as advice given here. So we follow the rule by saying, if I were you. In sentence number two, if he studied harder, he would get better marks. As you can see, the main clause, the second part of the sentence, he would get better marks, it is in the past form, or it is in conditional sentence number two. So we have to use the past simple in the first clause or the if clause. So we say here, if he studied. While in sentence number 3, in the if clause side, we have if they played better, which is in the past tense, past simple. So the second clause or the main clause should include would and the infinitive form of the verb. Now here between brackets we have not lose, so we choose would not lose or wouldn't lose. Number 4, we do the same. If she woke up earlier, woke is the past simple tense of the verb wake, so we have to use would plus infinitive, and the infinitive form of the verb catch is the same, catch. Last sentence, if we start earlier, we would finish earlier. Again, we have to use the past simple tense of the verb start, which is started. Excellent, my dear students. Dear students, I hope that you liked the lesson. Now, please log on to Microsoft Teams account and do the quiz. Submit your answers within 24 hours. That's all for today. Goodbye.